And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is Reboot. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's MURDY creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, you up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. Also, be sure to check us out on TikTok, as well as on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. We're working on expanding our video content so that it includes more and more of our great stuff that we're doing. And also be sure to join our Discord. It is in the top of the description. There's a link there. Once you join that Discord, you'll be able to see all sorts of behind the scenes stuff. You'll be able to see cool photos. It's just a really cool place. We love talking with people and we love getting feedback there. So be sure to join our Discord if you want to get a little something behind the scenes. So today's topic is called Reboot, and there's a reason why. But to tell the story properly, it needs to go back a little bit. So my beautiful daughter was born at the beginning of September, and everybody was healthy. It was wonderful. And over the last, I don't know, probably month and a half, 2 months, we've been really working on nailing down a process, a procedure, a way of doing our lives, a routine. And one of those things that's involved in that is sleep. And to get my wife some more sleep in the evenings, what I've started doing is I ended up taking her from about 7:30, 8 o'clock when I put James down for bed, when we finally get everything settled down. And I'll take her and I'll wear her until about 11 o'clock or midnight when she needs to get up and eat. So because I wear her in the wrap, I have to have a little thing to do. And because she won't necessarily sleep unless I'm walking or bouncing on the ball as if I'm walking, so to her it feels the same either way, unless I'm doing that consistently, she wakes up. Now this is a blessing and a curse because it means that I can't really work because I can't type while I'm walking or bouncing on the ball. And so I have to watch shows, and it's been a nice little relaxing thing. And I've kind of oscillated between comedies and dramas and things like that. And I've caught up on shows that I haven't seen the ending series of and things like that, which has been fun and I've enjoyed doing it. But one of the things that I started doing is I started watching shows that I was like, maybe I'll try it and give it a shot. And one of those shows was Reboot on Hulu. It's one of Hulu's new shows, and it's funny. I like it. It's a comedy, and it's got some famous people in it. Specifically, one of the people that kind of jumped out to me was Keegan from Key and Peele. He plays the main character, and he's always funny in whatever he does. But anyway, the show is kind of based off of it's kind of a very meta, fourth wall breaking style. The show basically is Hulu is sponsoring a new reboot of an old sitcom. So it's very kind of breaking the fourth wall meta version of that. And it's funny, and it's got a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff. But that's not why I'm talking about it here. I'm talking about it here because a Murdy Creative Co Slim Cut Binder makes an appearance on the show. And I did not know this until I watched the show. This was not something that we had coordinated. This is not something that they had reached out to us and said, hey, do something to... This isn't something we even were told about. The product, organically, with no outside influence from us, is on the show. And I am thrilled. I am over the moon about this. So I'm sitting there watching the show, bouncing on my ball, and suddenly I see it's like a split-second shot. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second. I rewind it, and I watch it again, and I rewind it, and I watch it again. And then I rewind it. I record it on my phone, and I play it at half speed because I didn't believe it. And there you see the director of the show, Lawrence Pressman, is the actor who plays the director of the show. He goes, all right, that's it. And he slams his script closed and walks off with it. And you can see in that split second that the thing he's slamming closed is one of our Slim Cut Binders. And I know it's one of our Slim Cut Binders because of the notches in the spine. It's very unique to us, amongst all sorts of other things about it, but it was amazing. I was overjoyed. I was so excited that I recorded a Instagram reel, and I did some of me talking about it, and I showed it, and it's really cool. So go check that out. And I've also been doing some more mentioning of it on the Discord, and I've been finding it elsewhere in the series. So I've been finding other clips of it and putting those together elsewhere in the series. And it's really just a cool thing. But it's more than that for me. It's more than that for me because when I first started making journals, when I was in high school, I started doing it because I loved movie props. I loved the idea of a storytelling aspect of the things you're carrying, the things in your hand are part of the story. And I love a good prop. And so I had designed specifically some products in high school that I put together that I thought to myself, this will make a cool Indiana Jones-like journal. And I actually ended up selling quite a bit of those on Etsy's long before I started the company officially. They're still probably out there, actually. I should go look and see who had those and reach out to them. But either way, I'd always wanted it to be something where our product was in a movie. And we've sold a lot of scripts before. Black Adam, now that it's come out, I'm sure we could talk about this, but we did all of the scripts for Black Adam. So there's a script out there that's got Pierce Brosnan's name on it and Black Adam as the header on it. And we did one for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and all sorts of other famous actors that were in that movie. And they ordered a bunch of scripts from us, and we made them and we shipped them out. And we didn't really talk about them, didn't photograph them or anything. We didn't want to go public with it until after the movie had been released and everything like that. And I'm desperately hunting for behind the scenes shots of the Black Adam set to see if you can find some of our binders in there. So if any of you are huge fans out there of Black Adam and you've got a behind the scenes look or you've got something and you see one of our binders, be sure to share it because I would love to see those. So we'd seen things behind the screens. We'd done stuff where it's like, it's not on screen, but it's, part of the movie business. And that was such a cool thing for me anyway in that regard. And I've always thought that our binders, if we can really get to be part of that Hollywood culture where all of the scripts go in Murdy Creative Co binders, it could be a huge win for us and it would be a great thing for the industry and everything like that. But beside the point. But I'd never even imagined in my wildest dreams that it would be organically on screen without us interfering, right? I've always imagined that if we were to have it on screen, it'd because of some sort of paid product placement. We'd have to pay to have Indiana Jones use our journal, right? It was always something like that. That's how I imagined it being. But that's not what happened. Organically, without any interference, somebody took our binders and thought to themselves, this would make a great prop for behind the scenes on a Hulu show. And they used it. And for me, it's a big win because being on screen like that, being part of that, it means you're part of the zeitgeist. It means you're part of the culture, right? Because that's how we immortalize things is with film, right? That's how we put things into the annals of history, right? You go look at The Matrix, you watch The Matrix, the phones they're using, the telephone, the screens, all that stuff. That stuff is kind of forever encapsulated in that movie, right? And there's plenty of examples of that. So for us to have a binder forever infused on the show Reboot is a very cool thing. And I'm really hoping that we'll see more of that as time goes on. And it's really exciting. It's very, very cool. And it was so cool that I ran upstairs after I saw it. And after I said, I ran and I burst into the bedroom. I'm like, Leah, you got to know. And she's like, she jumps awake. She's like, what is this, the baby? And I'm like, no, not that. That's irrelevant. And I talked to her about this and she goes, I'm going to kill you. That was way too much excitement for this situation. I was worried it was the baby, but it's huge for me. It's really big for me. And I've always thought to myself that there is a point in the world of business, and specifically in the world of products and launching products into the environment. There's an eventual point where you get to where the product is so commonly seen. It's so everywhere. It's so prevalent. It's the kind of thing that all doctors and all lawyers and all whatever use, that it showing up in the films is just natural. That's just part of it. But I never in my wildest dream would have imagined that we would have gotten that far now. And I don't know if we're really there yet, right? This is one blip on the screen. Who knows if that really is representative or if it was just one prop master who really likes our stuff. To that said, I did end up looking on IMDb to find the prop master who was in charge of the Reboot series on Hulu. And I'm really been hunting to figure out if any of the orders that we sent around that time went to him specifically, and I haven't been able to find anything yet. So if you happen to be the prop master from the Reboot show on Hulu, please reach out to us. I would love to talk to you about how you found us, what brought the product to the screen, and how can we help make that happen more. So please reach out to that if it's you, Michael or Arona. Anyway, I am very excited to have this all happen. And by the way, I don't know if this is the only time it's happened. I have not nearly watched all of the many creative contents that are being created every day by the Hollywood elite and that Hollywood media and that whole kind of system out there, because there's just a lot of content being generated by that whole industry. So I have not seen it all. And if any of you on the podcast who are listening to this or watching this have seen a Murdy Creative Co product on screen in one show or another other than Hulu's Reboot, please send it to me. Reach out to us. I would love to feature that. I would love to talk about that. It's really cool to me, and I find it quite enjoyable. But anyway, it's little things like that. It's the little things like that when you're feeling a little bit upset or you're feeling like you're really tired. It's the little things like that that's just like a jolt of adrenaline in the arm. It's like just It's so exciting. It's so much fun. And I do know that we've had a lot of scripts behind the scenes, and I am hoping to see more of those in the future. That being said, on the off chance that there's any of you who are in that industry, if you're looking for a prop that you think would make a good fit on screen, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you more about how we can help make that happen. So just in case that's you. Anyway, I'm excited. It's in, like I said, the Reboot is the show on Hulu. You can go see some of the clips that I pulled from it on our Instagram and our Reels or on our Discord. I think I also uploaded them as YouTube shorts, so they could be there as well, or on our TikTok. But I'm not 100% sure of that. But either way, if you go watch the show, just keep an eye out for whenever the director is walking around talking or he's slamming something shut, because you'll be able to see our script cut, and our slim cut, I should say, in that specific shot. All right, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in next week, Tuesday, for that next podcast episode, and be sure to click the subscribe and the notification bell so that you can get notified when we launch new episodes. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, journal, folio, accessory, or anything else we sell, please do feel free to reach out to us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. You can also reach out to us via Instagram and Facebook. You can DM us. We don't get back to this just as fast as possible because we haven't quite figured out a good way to integrate those inboxes into our core inbox. We're still working on that, but you can also text us, email us, call us, all of that good stuff. We're happy to talk, and we want to help make things right if there's issues. We want to help take care of you regardless. If you have a quick question, you want to place an order over the phone, please do feel free to give us a call at 414-434-9001. You can call or text that number, 414-434-9001. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time, we're available. If for whatever reason you're calling us either during hours or after hours and you get our voicemail, please do leave a voicemail. We listen to them, we respond to them, we call people back. If you are calling about a specific order and you leave us a voicemail, please do include the order number. It starts with the letter S and is followed by a series of numeric digits that helps us identify who we're talking to and what we're talking about. So definitely check that out. If you're interested, give us a call. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow. Both a review on whatever podcast app you're listening on, as well as a review on the product itself. If you went on murdycreative.co/reviews, you can see our reviews and you can check that out there. Most of our reviews to this day are on Facebook. So facebook.com/murdycreative.co/reviews. We've got 150 something odd reviews or more there. It's a great place to see a lot of the bulk of them. We are working on transitioning that to having those reviews on Google because there's a lot of SEO improvements on the Google site when you have good reviews. So we're working on improving that. So you may see that transition. So if you do leave us a review and you click the button, leave us a good review, it'll take you right now to Google. Please do leave us a review there. However, there's another button there that says get directly in contact with us. It is deeply important to me personally that everyone has a good experience with the company. Regardless of what the issue is, please, please, please reach out to us. We want to make things right. We want to help people be happy. We want to solve the problem, whatever it is. So reach out to us. We will do our best to solve and fix the problem, make things right. And we really appreciate the chance to do so before you leave us a bad review. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising. It always has been, always will be. So please do share us with the family and friends that you have. You can go get a little something for doing that by going to the main page of our website and logging in at the top. There's a little person icon. The bottom left-hand corner of the page, there's a little rewards button. When you click on that, it'll open up a window pane within that site page. That window pane will have your rewards that you've earned. You get 10% back on anything you purchase as in-store credit as part of the rewards program, as well as there's a shareable link there. When you share that link with family and friends, you get $10 off they get $10 off their first purchase, and you get $10 off when they make that purchase as in-store credit. So it's a great way to help share the company, especially this time of year when people are looking for gifts. So please do share the company. That really helps us a lot. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to talk about just about anything I can, and I really do. I'm always looking for podcast topics. So send us an email, call us, whatever the best way to reach out to us for you is. Please do so. I would love to talk to you more. If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, we have bulk discounts built directly into the cart. 'Tis the season for gift giving for companies. So if you are looking to get gifts for your employees, or you are an employee of a company and you think to yourself, man, it'd be great if my boss gave me a Murdy product, feel free to send us to your HR manager, whoever that is, and say, hey, I know you guys might be looking for gift ideas. Check this out, because that is a very common way that we see orders during this time of year. So be sure to check us out for that. If you're interested, the bulk discounts are built directly into the cart. All all you need to do is mix and match to your heart's desire and hit that checkout button. It's only based off the total cart quantity. It's product agnostic to that point. So you can have 5 of one thing and 5 of the other, and all the discount is based off of is the 10 total. So once you hit that checkout button, it'll automatically apply the appropriate discount for that particular quantity. And if for whatever reason you're curious about the discount program, you want to learn more about it, feel free to send us an email, and we'd love to talk to you more about it at sales, SALES, at murdycreative.co. We also have custom engraving available on the website. We have no minimum order quantities and no setup fees. It's a simple flat fee, normally about $15, depending on what you're getting. You can get that and you can build it yourself by going to virtually all of the product pages on our website and clicking Add Logo. Once you add that logo, it'll take you to the custom version of that product. Once you start the customizer, launch the customizer there, you can upload your logos, you can add text, a lot of different texts, you can change fonts, reposition, rotate, resize, all sorts of good things. And once you're happy with that design, you can hit Add to Cart. Once you're in that cart page, you can either change the quantity there if you're a company and you want to get a whole bunch of them, or you can just buy one. That particular design is then saved and tied to your order. So when we go to make it, it automatically pulls up exactly as you had to do it. We don't have any editing to do, so it can make it just like you want it. Obviously, with copyright images and things like that, we're not allowed to do those things unless you have permission. So we may reach out with more information if we need that for those things. But obviously, please don't use copyright images that you don't have permission to use, because it makes we get in trouble for that kind of thing. So we really appreciate all of you who've done that. The bulk discounts do apply to the custom engravings, so it's a great way to get something special for your employees if you're a company with your logo on it that'll last a very, very, very long time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.